Hello, my amazing first grade artists. Now, last week we were talking all about different shapes with Mr. Henri Matisse, and today we're going to use our shape books in order to help us create our artwork. So, let's go ahead and dive deep into our art folder. We're going to need a lot of paper to help make this fun shape collage today. So first thing first, go ahead and set your shape book off to one side for right now. Like I said, we're going to need a lot of paper, so there should be in your art folder a rainbow set of these long rectangles. There'll also be a white square and a large piece of black paper, my friends. And that's everything that we need out of our art folder today. Now, the first thing we need to do is decide what colors we want to put in our background. White is not an option right now, my friends. So if you look at my example, I chose green, blue, and purple, the cool colors for this example here. However, you can pick any 3 of these colors to put in your background today, my friends. It does not have to be the same 3 as me. You could pick the 3 warm colors, cool colors, primary, secondary. You could even just pick random colors as well. Like I could just say, maybe today I will put purple, yellow, and red in my background. Now here is the important part, my friends. We want to create kind of stripes, and your stripes, they can be equal and have space in between them if you want, or you can also kind of put them crooked if you want as well and kind of make them overlap or go different ways as well. So you decide how you're going to glue your paper, and then go ahead and add those 3 colors on however you would like, my friends. I think I'm going to start in the middle with my yellow. As always, if you ever need to pause, you can always do that, my friends, in the video. Now I'm using lines of glue today, but you can use your dots of glue too. This first step should just be a nice kind of quick step to get some colors for our background. So remember, Mr. Matisse was very fond of bright, expressive colors. And just like that, I have my background done. Now our other 3 colors, my friends, we're going to need these to help make some organic shapes. And remember, last week we really dove into Mr. Matisse's artwork and we looked at some of his organic shapes that he used. And you can find those examples on that second page of your shape book. So we're going to go ahead and open that up now, take a look at some of those shapes, and we're going to use our pencils to draw them on those 3 other colored pieces of paper. Now you can draw them really nice and long and make them big. Like for example, maybe I might add that kind of wiggly one and I could make that go all the way across this green piece of paper. Or you can also make them a little bit smaller as well, my friends. For instance, maybe I might want to try one of those leaves on this piece, but maybe my leaf might not go all the way up my paper. Maybe I might stop it about there, and I could fit maybe even another organic shape on top of it. Maybe I might even take this other piece and cut it in half right away. That way I can add 2 different things on this piece. For instance, I might try that spiral. I'm going to do it in a black marker, my friends, just so you can see my spiral a little bit easier, okay? So I start with that spiral line. And I don't want to bring my lines too close together. I want to leave them kind of open to start. And then I'm going to start snaking back out and around to get to the outside once again. And I can cut that spiral out and I can use both parts of that piece of paper. I think I might also do one of those crazy fun stars on this piece. And again, I'm going to use black marker right now, my friends, just so you can see it a little bit easier. And again, this is your artwork, so you should pick the shapes that you want to use, but again, they have to be organic shapes, my friends, things found in nature. And I think for my last shape on this paper, I'm going to try one of Mr. Matisse's flowers. Again, there's no wrong way to draw these shapes. Every shape might look different to whoever's drawing or looking at them. So here's my shapes that I just made, my friends. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these out now. And I'm going to do that a little fast, and then I'm going to start playing with putting them on my paper. As always, if you need to pause, go ahead and pause now. Here is my example right now. I have not glued anything down. I'm just checking out how many shapes I have used so far. Our goal today, my friends, is at least 5 or more organic shapes. So if I count mine up, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I even used the outside cutting of one on my paper. So you can use the parts that you cut out as well, my friends. For instance, I could even use this part of my leaf if I wanted to somewhere on my paper, but I don't have to for every single one, my friends. Now I want to look at how my shapes are arranged, and I want to start thinking about, do I like where they are right now, or do I want to change some of these? For instance, maybe I could change that to go up there and pull my flower down there and have my star on that side, or maybe I can keep playing with it. And I might change it up until I find where I'm happiest with my picture. Again, you never want to glue until you like how it looks. For instance, now I've got a gap down here and I'm not sure that I like that. So maybe I might switch this and put that there. Oh, I think I like that the best now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start gluing my shapes down to my paper. And again, I'm going to speed this step up a little bit, my friends, but as always, if you need to pause, please feel free to. Now, the last step today, my friends, if you noticed again, on my example, there are some white shapes on there. And that's what this white piece of paper is for. This time, however, I used small geometric shapes. And I like to call these sprinkles, my friends, because I cut many of the same shape, like circles, triangles, and squares, and then I kind of sprinkled them around my art where it felt a little empty. For instance, I look here and this corner feels empty, that one feels kind of empty, this spot here feels empty. So I could add a few more extra little shapes here or there to fill my artwork in and make it feel more complete. So think back to our penguin project. Remember, I showed you that if you fold your paper, you could make more than one of the same thing, right? So I like to fold my paper 2 times, and then I'll draw a couple of shapes. I think today I'm going to draw hearts. I might also do triangles. I'll do a circle and a square. Now I'm actually cutting way more shapes than I need to right now. And I'm even going to cut them kind of apart from each other. So again, by folding my paper, I can draw that shape once and I can cut it once. And again, because these are smaller, it might be tougher to turn some of those corners, but just try your best. And I can make a couple shapes that are the exact same size. So maybe I might put a couple hearts onto my paper. And then maybe I'll cut out another shape. And again, these shapes are smaller, so they're a little tougher. Just try your best. You don't have to do the same number of shapes that I'm doing, friends. Even just one shape, like a square, a couple of those, or one triangle and a couple of triangles, might be nice to fill up your paper. I just like adding variety to make my artwork just a little bit more interesting. And again, friends, don't be afraid to play around and move your shapes before you glue them. But whenever you do decide to glue them and you're happy, go ahead, add a dot on each of those small little shapes and glue them down. Again, I'm going to do this nice and quick. So here's how my example turned out this time, my friends. And again, everyone's art should always look different. Remember, your goal today is to try and draw, cut, and glue down at least 5 organic shapes and add some small confetti geometric shapes on top. Again, you can pick one shape and do many of them, or you can pick different shapes and do a few. Your choice. Now, when you are done though, friends, remember you do have to turn in a photo of your artwork on either Seesaw or Artsonia. So, with all that, my friends, I hope you have a fun time cutting out some different shapes today. And as always, have fun creating.